Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Simmons and Rich Paul just come out with the worst sports bluff in the history of NBA basketball. I mean, I can't believe it. This is one of the funnier moments. I mean, this whole story has just become funny to me. I said that in my last video about how hilarious Rich Paul's camp and Ben Simmons' camp has been. Clutch Sports, the whole thing, they've played it all wrong. They have led up to this point thinking they've had all the leverage and slowly realizing that, oh wait, my client has 4 years left on his deal. He's not gonna be able to sit out, for 4 years. And there lies us to where we are right now. Ben Simmons is reported to be able to come back to Philadelphia. He's basically done a 180 in his whole mantra. He's going to come back to Philadelphia, guys. Let's get into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, guys. The season is like 2 weeks away. I live stream every single game. I miss you guys. I cannot wait. I've thought about doing a couple of live streams lately, but it's just not going to be the same without you. It's not going to be the same not doing a sports game. So I'm excited. All right, let's get into it. It's hilarious to me. Now, the last thing I read actually is going on about how Ben Simmons does not intend to play a single game for the Sixers. He's just going to be like general soreness or sick or rest, load management, whatever it is. But I don't even know, I feel like the NBA is going to have to step in at some point if that's the case, because I think everybody knows that that's not true, and at what point does the NBA step in and be like, dude, this just isn't right? And so I think the Sixers have done a fabulous job recently. I think the beginning of this whole Ben Simmons thing, there was a lot of blame on both the Sixers organization, the coaching staff, and Ben Simmons. I think there was a lot to blame throughout everybody involved. But now, since maybe August, I don't think the Sixers have any fault at all. I think they've done everything pretty spot on, actually. I think they've been pretty amazing. And I think a lot of it goes to show that his trade value is, I think, becoming more and more impressive as the months go by. And I think the whole waiting to trade Simmons, but every casual fan on Twitter has been infuriated about, saying that Morey's not a competent GM, saying that the Sixers have failed. The Sixers, they should just get rid of him right now for whatever they can. No, I've been saying from the jump, hold on to the guy, because his value cannot go any lower than it is right now. And why is the reason, what point is there to trade a dude at his lowest possible value when you have him on a deal for 3 more years, when you can trade him in 2 years and get the same crap you could do now? So I think Daryl Morey took that approach. Daryl Morey took the approach of like, dude, why would we trade him right now when his contract and his value is at what it is? We're going to wait and move him. And that was the right plan all along, guys. I know how easy it is to be like, trade this dude, get him off the team. We're better without him. This, that. Dude, at the same time, I mean, you want what's best for the team. You want what's best for Joel Embiid. You want to win in his window. And trading him for a bunch of scraps is not going to get the job done. And that's an irreversible move. But now, you see the Pacers offer being thrown out there with the LeVert, Brogdon, and a first-round pick. I mean, that's a lot more than I think the Sixers would have imagined being offered 2 months ago. And I think that goes to show that the Sixers' leverage is growing and Ben Simmons' leverage is depleting at a really ridiculous rate. And it comes down to the fact that Ben Simmons is now agreeing to come back to the Sixers. That shows you how Ben Simmons' camp has completely been like, dude, we screwed up. We messed up big time, and I think there's no denying that. I mean, Rich Paul and Ben Simmons had this idea of like, dude, we're gonna push out a trade ASAP. We're gonna push out a trade, do this, do that, and they're gonna have to listen to us. But like, what gave them information to think that the Sixers were gonna have to listen to them? I mean, they've never had any leverage. The Sixers have had the leverage all along, and I just could never understand the Ben Simmons camp from the jump. I never could understand. He was like, all right, only trade me to the California teams. Dude, we don't owe you shit. Why would we listen to anything you have to say? We're going to do exactly what we want to do with you on our timeline. It's always been that case. The Sixers have always had the leverage, and for some reason, it isn't up until right now that sports media, that fans, that anybody they haven't been able to understand that. But I've been sitting here saying, dude, the Sixers have the leverage. The Sixers have always had the leverage. They can do whatever the hell they want to do with Ben Simmons. It's up to Ben Simmons to come in and play and make his trade value go up so he can actually go somewhere that he wants to go. That's what it comes down to. The Sixers don't care where they trade Ben Simmons. They do not care, as they shouldn't, you know? The Sixers just want what's best for the Philadelphia 76ers. They don't give a shit about Ben Simmons. I mean, they've made that abundantly clear over the years. That's a part of why Simmons is upset, because he thinks that we were dangling him in trade offers for James Harden. But, dude, we don't care about you. And that's a really sad truth about professional athletes and owners and just the whole player empowerment in general. That's a problem. But in this situation, it's poetic justice for the Simmons camp. I think it would be interesting to see Ben Simmons come in. And play. I don't think he will, but I don't know. At some point, I think he has to play, right? You would imagine. And just imagine the boos. Just imagine the hell that Ben Simmons would have to live in Philadelphia. I mean, it's going to be some of the funniest stuff you could possibly imagine. It's reality TV. It really is. But the moment that Ben Simmons starts putting up threes and starts knocking down shots and plays aggressive and does everything that we've wanted him to do, if he ever does that, the Sixers fans are going to forgive him. You know, it's all we ever wanted out of him anyway. We want Ben Simmons to succeed in Philadelphia. We've always wanted Ben Simmons to come in and win a championship with Embiid. It's always been what we wanted. You know, that's always been what we wanted. But it came to a point where Simmons just gave up on everything Philadelphia, and then you're going to turn your back against Philadelphia fans, who are some of the most passionate sports fans in the entire world. It's not going to bode well for you. And that's exactly what's going on over the summer, you know? And so it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be really interesting to see Ben Simmons even suit up to play in Philadelphia. He could be on the sidelines, Andrew Bynum style, and we would boo the living shit out of him. We would have F Ben Simmons chants, and this season's going to be extremely, extremely interesting, I should say. Interesting. Unique. I think this season something I really want to spend living in the moment, just because this is going to be such a unique season in Philadelphia. As a Sixers fan, as a diehard Sixers fan, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And if somehow there's a world that Ben Simmons can come back to Philadelphia and just play basketball at a high level, at a level where he did, you know, last year in the regular season even, and we can trade him for something more than we could trade for him now, that is the perfect world for both players in charge. It's best for Ben Simmons. It's best for Daryl Morey. I don't know why it took Ben Simmons so long to kind of figure out the fact that, oh wait, I'm gonna have to play, you know? It's best for you, Ben Simmons. If you come into Philadelphia, you'll play hard, you'll work hard. We still want to trade you. We still are trying hard to trade you. Don't get us wrong. You know, we still don't want you in the city of Philadelphia, but if you come into Philadelphia and you play, just literally think of it as you are a business. You want to relocate your business to make more money, or to be more successful, or to be happier, but you have to be really, really good right now to be able to achieve that goal. Then work your butt off for 2 months, and we will trade you in whatever month it is. We'll trade you in January for a big package or something, you know? But you have to show us that you're willing to work. You sitting on the bench, you closing your business for a couple of months is not going to help revenue, buddy. It's not going to help revenue. It's not going to help your trade package. I'm excited.